Under the endless night sky of the Douluo continent, where the stars shimmered like souls wandering between heaven and earth, there existed a young man whose fate was intertwined with sacrifice, love, and eternity. His name was Huo Yuhao, a boy who started with nothing but a faint spiritual power, yet whose heart burned brighter than any divine flame. His path to godhood was not built upon glory or conquest, but upon bonds, 7 souls that willingly gave up their lives to become a part of him, guiding, protecting, and empowering him until he ascended to the realm of gods. Each of these souls carried not only immense power, but also emotion, belief, and history. Their sacrifices were not acts of submission, but of love, a love that transcended species, form, and even the boundaries between life and death. And together they forged the legend of the man who bridged the worlds of humans and soul beasts, Huo Yuhao. The story begins with the creature that started it all, the Tianmeng Ice Silkworm. Born a million-year-old soul beast, the Tianmeng Ice Silkworm was both blessed and cursed. Blessed with eternal life and endless vitality, but cursed with weakness and fear. Its enormous body and passive nature made it the prey of countless powerful beasts in the great Stardew Forest. Yet despite its powerlessness, the Tianmeng Ice Silkworm possessed wisdom far beyond comprehension. It foresaw that its physical form would not survive eternity. Thus, it made a decision that changed the entire history of Douluo continent. It chose to merge with a human. That human was Huo Yuhao, frail, powerless, and scorned by others. Yet within him, Tianmeng saw an unshakable spirit, an indomitable will. Through their fusion, the first intelligent soul ring in history was born. With it, Yuhao's spirit eyes awakened to a level that transcended all ordinary soul masters. From that moment onward, he gained the foundation of godhood, spiritual power that could perceive, share, and control. The skills bestowed by Tianmeng, mental detection, mental sharing, mental interference, and soul shock, became his first weapons, turning the once weak boy into a formidable strategist. But more than power, Tianmeng gave him companionship, a voice in his mind, humorous yet wise, who guided him through loneliness. It was Tianmeng who pushed Yuhao to believe in himself, to embrace the impossible. Even after Yuhao became a god, Tianmeng remained within his spiritual sea, the eternal mentor who had never left his side. Yet every beginning must be followed by challenge, and Yuhao's second great companion came from the icy wilderness of the far north, the Ice Emperor, known as Bingdi. She was one of the 3 heavenly kings of the far north, a 400,000-year-old ice jade scorpion whose mere presence could freeze mountains and seas. Proud and aloof, Bingdi had never bowed to anyone until the day she met Yuhao. At first, she regarded him as nothing more than a weak human, but when she sensed Tianmeng's energy and Yuhao's sincerity, her heart began to waver. In the end, she made the ultimate decision. She chose to merge with Yuhao, becoming his spirit ring and spirit bone. From that moment, Yuhao possessed the power of ultimate ice, a force that rivaled even the gods. Her soul skills were magnificent and devastating. Ice Emperor's claws, Ice Emperor bodyguard, snow dance, shining sun, great cold without snow, and ice pole unparalleled. Each of these abilities carried the destructive beauty of the frozen heavens. Yet behind the frost lay a heart that slowly thawed. Over time, Bingdi became more than a teacher or ally. She became part of Yuhao's very soul. After Yuhao's ascension, Bingdi's laughter still echoed within his mind. Her proud yet caring voice reminded him that even the coldest ice could be warmed by companionship. She had found her eternity not in isolation, but in unity. The third soul, however, was unlike any other. He was not of this world. His name, Electrolux, or as he was once known, the Holy Deathly Lord. In another dimension, he had been a man of light who fell into darkness, only to find redemption and sacrifice. When a fragment of his consciousness entered Douluo continent, fate led it to Huo Yuhao. During a critical moment when Yuhao's body was overwhelmed by the Snow Empress's energy, Electrolux appeared, suppressing the chaos and saving him. From that instant, he became Yuhao's third martial spirit, the Death God. His powers were ancient and divine, encompassing undead summoning, purification, and the ability to open an undead demiplane. In a world where necromancy was synonymous with evil, Yuhao's control of the undead shocked everyone. But through Electrolux, he learned that death was not inherently wicked. It was a cycle, a balance between light and dark. Even Tang San himself later acknowledged Electrolux's greatness, helping him ascend to godhood in the divine realm. Together, Huo Yuhao and Electrolux redefined what it meant to wield death, not as destruction, but as redemption. Their union became the bridge between life and death, a harmony of extremes that few could comprehend. Then came the Snow Empress, Wei, ruler of the far north, the mightiest of the three heavenly kings. With nearly 700,000 years of cultivation, her presence alone was enough to command respect from all soul beasts. Yet beneath that divine power was a gentle soul yearning for something more. When she lost her memory and became a snow maiden, she met Yuhao, who treated her not as a beast or a weapon, but as a companion, even as family. The bond between them transcended words. But when she faced destruction in battle, she made the ultimate choice: to sacrifice herself and become Yuhao's first true spirit. Her abilities, Snowfall, Three Wonders of the Snow Empress, Emperor Frost, Sky, and more, gave Yuhao mastery over ice itself. Yet her greatest gift was not power, but philosophy. From her, Yuhao learned compassion, the understanding that strength without empathy leads to ruin. Her sacrifice inspired him to create the Soul System and the Spirit Pagoda, establishing harmony between humans and soul beasts for generations to come. Next was Xiaobai, the Ice Bear King, loyal, simple-hearted, yet immensely strong. A 300,000-year-old soul beast who followed the Snow Empress like a younger brother. When Wei entrusted herself to Yuhao, Xiaobai followed without hesitation, offering his life to become Yuhao's protector. His spirit abilities, Ice Bear Blizzard, Ice Bear Bodyguard, and Ice Armor, enhanced Yuhao's endurance and defense, ensuring that he could withstand even divine-level attacks. But more importantly, Xiaobai embodied purity, the purity of loyalty and love. His presence brought lightheartedness and warmth to Yuhao's spiritual sea, a reminder that even gods need laughter. Then came the eight-angled mysterious ice grass, a sentient immortal herb whose body thrived in the yin-yang ice-fire well. Though small in size, its wisdom and power were unmatched. Drawn by Yuhao's ultimate ice attribute, it offered itself willingly, seeking transcendence through unity. With its fusion, Yuhao's control of ice reached perfection. Extreme Ice Domain, Ice Thorn, and Universal Thorn turned him into a walking blizzard. The ice grass refined his attributes, balancing offense and defense, making him nearly invincible. Yet beyond combat, its presence symbolized harmony between nature and spirit, a testament that even the smallest life can touch a divinity. Finally, the seventh, the Mermaid Princess, a being of ethereal beauty and mystery, representing the ancient race of the sea. She carried the power of chaos, the force that predates creation itself. Her choice to become Yuhao's final soul was the ultimate acknowledgement of his worth. With her, Yuhao gained mermaid control and power of chaos, a force that could rewrite the laws of the world. The Mermaid Princess completed Yuhao's cycle, from ice to spirit, from death to chaos. Her gentle voice within him was the final note of a divine symphony. And thus the seven souls stood together: Tianmeng, Bingdi, Electrolux, Zhuidi, Xiaobai, the Ice Grass, and the Mermaid Princess. Each represented a fragment of existence: wisdom, strength, redemption, compassion, loyalty, balance, and creation. Together, they formed the foundation of Huo Yuhao's divinity. When Huo Yuhao finally stood upon the threshold of godhood, looking down upon the vast Douluo continent, he did not stand alone. Within his soul, the voices of his seven companions resonated like a choir of eternity. Their laughter, their warmth, their power, all became part of the god he had become. In the end, Huo Yuhao's greatest strength was not the divine energy he wielded, but the hearts that had fused with his. The sacrifices made for him were not endings, but transformations, eternal flames burning in the vastness of his spirit. In Douluo continent, sacrifice is not death, it is love, immortalized. The 7 souls who offered themselves to Huo Yuhao proved that true strength is born from emotion, that the bonds we forge define the gods we become. And so, when you gaze upon the cold brilliance of the stars, perhaps you will see them there. The silkworm of wisdom, the ice empress of frost, the holy deathly lord, the snow empress of compassion, the loyal bear king, the mysterious ice grass, and the mermaid of chaos, shining together in the divine firmament. For Huo Yuhao's path to godhood was never a solitary journey. It was a chorus of souls united by love, bound by fate, and destined to shine forever in the legend of Douluo.